It is a beautiful Friday morning, and guys, we made it to Friday. That is a reason to celebrate. However, it may also come with bad news because, you know what, next week, if you had been used to waking up at 8 o'clock and getting out of the house and yada, 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 you've got school run. Yeah. You've got school run. But of course, it is time for entertainment, which means that we get to set you up for a winning weekend ahead. And just to start you off this morning, I am sitting down with a brilliant young man who has effortlessly been able to take over the industry. When we talk about Zim Hip Hop, his name is mentioned in rooms some of us have never so much as entered. But it doesn't come with it's not all a bed of roses. It does come with a bit of controversy here and there. He somehow has managed to navigate those waters at a very young age. I am speaking this morning to a young King 98. Good morning, King.
Good morning, Candice.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Not too bad.
I want to know something from you before we get into the, right into... when you first came on, there was a lot of resistance, pushback.
Yeah.
And for a new artist, that can be very discouraging.
Yeah.
But you kept going. What kept you going during that time?
I feel like the journey I'm on right now, obviously I haven't really got to my destination. I feel like when it comes to someone like me, I am a king. And when you are a king, when you start off, it doesn't just start off as you just sitting on this big throne and everything. You have to go through a lot of stuff, I'm a firm believer in God, and I do look at the stories in the Bible from David to Joseph. So I feel as if these are some of the things that I have to go through that even your own people, sometimes they don't really accept you. But obviously now, people have grown to understand me, what type of person I am. And they now know that this music thing, it's a business. So even sometimes when we travel, when we have to do these collaborations, it's just business, it's part of networking. So yeah, there was resistance, but now it's better.
I love to hear that. And you sound like you haven't really, I haven't really interacted with you before.
Yeah.
This is the first time, but already just from that response, you sound like you have a solid head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
From my family.
Yeah.
From my mother and my father.
Yeah.
But I think, especially my father, that's where it really comes from. And I come from a really hardworking family. They did everything for me. It's not like I grew up rich, like what people say, but I actually got to see my parents work because I was born in Marondera. They've been nurses, went to the UK, we came back, and they started their company. So I've really got to see them growing and rising. So I always take that and I always put that in my life. Yeah.
Was music always the path for you?
I want to be a footballer. If I wasn't making music, I'd be a footballer. But I think when I was 13, back in high school, I started rapping at 13. And music just gave me this thing whereby I always felt free. Sometimes I have the confidence to go on stage and perform in front of thousands of people, but sometimes I can't even interact with one person. So I always knew it's something whereby I can always do, and it just gives me peace of mind, basically. Yeah.
Right. What are some of the influences you had growing up? When we look at hip hop, because I think when now I'm about to expose myself. When you when you were growing up, we still had the Nas's, we still had the Tupacs, we still listened to all those. But you also came up in a new generation of hip hop. Your Lupes came into play. Who were you listening to that kind of made you think I can flow like that?
I think Drake.
Yeah.
The Drake has a big, huge influence on my music. The fact that he can do everything, he can sing, he can rap. So I've always approached my music just like Drake. But obviously, I'm a big hip hop head. I listen to a lot of Nas, even a lot of Biggie, a lot of Pac, A$AP Rocky, Jay-Z, Kanye West. Those are the people that I really tend to listen to. Well, in the beginning, but obviously now hip hop is very different and diverse. And now even for me, I wouldn't say I'm a hip hop artist, but it's like I'm now an Afrobeats artist too.
Right.
Because I only got to find out in my career, maybe peak point, that I'm actually good at Afrobeats. Even if I was to record right now, I'll just go in. I don't even have to write anything. I just have to just record.
You have a level of confidence that I actually enjoy listening to. It borders on arrogance, but not quite there. And I hope you keep it just below that radar. But where does that confidence come from? I
feel like it's internal, like what you're saying, resistance. Sometimes when people, they try to push you down, they do whatever. I look at myself and I feel like I'm special. If I wasn't doing anything, I wouldn't get a text. But the fact that you have so many people talking about you, it's like, it gives you this internal confidence. Also, secondly, after I lost my dad, I told myself, it's showtime. he's not there, but he's done whatever he's done to support you. Now just finish off the job. And I really do feel like I can finish off the job. Yeah.
You've managed to create an amazing network around you.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about a local network. I mean a regional network. I know it was deliberate, but I'm kind of curious as to how you came into contact with some of the people you came into contact with.
Just like for Davido, we got in contact with David through Genius, rest in peace. But usually with these things that anyone can network with anyone, but it's about how you acquire these skills of knowing what to say and knowing how to get these people on your side. That's one thing about me. You can see me at the airport. I can pick up 10 artists, but the fact that I go there, they see me, they remember that, oh, in Zimbabwe there's King. Even when I go to South Africa, wherever I go, it helps me. And the thing about music is that you really need to network. You know, you can't do this thing alone. Even if you have the best voice, the best whatever, but you just need people around. And obviously, I'm intentional with it. I want to be continental. I want to be a powerhouse. So, yeah, I do network a lot. You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
I think that's something that probably a lot of our local artists might fall short on. So, just very quickly, what key tip would you give them to networking 101 with, in the words of King?
They just have to be themselves, I guess. Yeah, people fall in love with who you are. Obviously, you can be this huge person, but obviously, you know, I study a lot, watch interviews, documentaries. You know, it's like when Rick Ross came, I spent like about the whole week just spending 15 minutes of my day to understand what type of person Rick Ross is. And like he got to meet him, and the first thing he said to me was like, "You look like money," you know. I mean, that was something that was really, really big. No, I'm not be serious.
Yeah.
Look me in the eye, it's like, yo. You look like money. Like, wow, yeah, I look like money. But I got ready for those 5 minutes that we got into. I got ready for those 5 minutes. I said whatever I said, fell in love with it.
I love it. Love it. Now, you've been MIA for a bit and you have... So, when I saw you earlier, I said to you, why new track and not new album? Please repeat your response for everybody.
I'm waiting for the whole world to listen to my album. So, obviously, now it's like I'm dropping my singles, but I strongly do believe in myself, you know?
Yeah.
And the only thing is that if you don't believe in yourself, who will?
Yeah.
A lot of kids nowadays, their self-esteem and mental health, like, people grow up not believing in themselves. And the fact that you have one life, you should believe in yourself. You should. Anyone. If you feel like you want to say, King, I want to be whatever, I'll tell you you're allowed to, you know, because that's how you feel, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like... Obviously, I love Zimbabwe, but I don't really like the fact that sometimes they want to bring people down.
Yeah.
You're just trying, you know. You have dreams and ambitions, but sometimes people deliberately shoot you down. But obviously, you know, I have a crown on my head, so heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Heavy is the head. Now, tell us about Mari.
Oh, Mari is out right now, featuring my brother Aishan. It's such a special record. He's such a phenomenal human being. I called him in studio, came in, and he just laced it. Even the chorus, like... When I was looking at him, I actually like get to sing, and his vocals were so crisp. It was written.
Yeah.
Like on this day, you're gonna meet Aisha, and then, you know.
And this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Sometimes, you know, when you make music, it's therapeutic. It's such a lovely song. Even everyone, they love this song. So I'm really, really happy. Apart
from them loving it, why are we listening to it?
Because obviously the King is on it, but no, I feel like it's such a relatable song. Yeah. We're speaking about how everyone aspires to get money, and this is a hustler's anthem, you know. I just don't do music. I also have a 9 to 5, so I do hustle a lot, you know. I do hustle a lot, and I love to work, you know. In fact, funny fact, in school, the only prize I won was most hardworking student. Yeah. Back in high school, you know. So I do like work hard. Obviously, I come from a city whereby people really work hard. It's like now, what, 7 a.m., 6 a.m., people are up, they're working. So it's a song to inspire the hustlers, you know, to make sure that they keep on being motivated to do what they have to do. Yeah.
Now, your father left an amazing legacy behind. When it's your time to follow, what legacy do you hope to have left?
Wow. I feel like with mine, it's going to be special in the sense that he allowed me to do what I really believed in. You know, he gave me his blessing to say, okay, you want to do music? Here we go. So I feel like my legacy is going to be phenomenal. You know, I have goals and ambitions. And obviously, I can't really say them out loud. But
you can hint. You can, like, you know.
I don't know. I feel like I'll be...
Put it out to the universe.
I'll be a continental superpowers. Because I've been around these big guys before. I've been around it, and being around them, what they give you an energy. They just don't give you words. It's like it's energy. When you get to be around them, when you look at them, when you get to be in their country, you feel it, you feel it, you feel it. So each and every day when you wake up, you sleep, just think about the same thing. Like, I've seen this before, but how do I get it? So yeah, I have big expectations for myself. Even my dad. I know for a fact they'll be like, I want my son to go far. That's why even for me, I don't really mess around. The only thing I do is just music and business. Everything else, I don't have time for it.
You know what? It's been a pleasure sitting down with you.
Oh, thank
I'm going to call you Young King for now. I know you're a king. I know you're wearing that crown. I'm going to call you Young King because we're watching you. We're watching you grow, and we are thoroughly impressed by the progress.
Thank you so much.
Keep it up. Now, where do we get Mari very quickly? Where do we find it?
It's available on all digital platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Deezer, and yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.